beautiful Alicia Fox.
Spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
And after tonight, none of you in this ring will ever be the same again.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? There's a 1, there's a 2. Oh!
Wow.
Welcome to 3 Count Thursday, live right here on our Facebook pages. Thursday, July 18th, 2019. We are the podcast of the millennium. We have tons to talk about this week, including The Fiend was let in, Punk is back, and a confusing ending. But first, our show on NGSC Sports is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. If you're decorating your home, you want it to reflect your taste and your likes. So why not add decor that reflects your sports, movie, or TV fandom? Alicia's Pillows and Things is your hookup. They feature pillows of all sizes, stools, and more with all your favorite teams and characters. Log on to NGSCSports.com, find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage, and place your order. We are also sponsored by Cool Eye Cover, and it's quite summer, Ryan. It is very quite summer, and we're talking about sunglasses. We all need them. Cool Eye Cover has a great deal as an NGSC Sports partner. If you email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com, they'll give you a 50% discount on your first pair of glasses. Visit cooleyecover.com and choose your glasses to receive the discount. Remember, you have to email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com to get the coupon. And we thank Cool Eye Cover as well as Alicia's Pillows and Things. Ryan, how we doing this week?
Good.
Why you whispering?
I'm ASMRing this whole podcast.
The whole thing.
I don't know, maybe.
That would be awful.
I have a Sprite I should open.
Do you have a Sprite?
I only have a bottle
of water. I don't think bottles of water.
I want everybody to come in real close and listen.
Go ask your mother.
Thanks, Bubby. We replaced Tim with Bubby tonight. Bubby, the talking Jewish grandmother doll. She'll be helping us out with all things professional wrestling tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Hit the like, hit the share button. Nothing makes our hearts fuller than seeing those little thumbs riding up the side of our video screens here. It makes the cockles of our hearts dance with pleasure.
Down into the subcockles, too.
In the subcockle region?
Yeah. Yeah, down, deep down.
It moistens our loins.
Ooh. That's moist.
It's the damn humidity is what it is.
Yeah, it's about as moist as can be.
That
and
explains
if you
the
are
moisture.
following along on our live video, give it a like, give it a share. We'd appreciate it. Jesus Christ. The message that your uncle just sent us, oh my God. Awful.
Hey, we got some thumbs. I love the thumbs.
We appreciate that. Welcome in Devin, Paul, and everybody else who's watching. Your uncle also forgets that we do a podcast every week. Like, he sends probably more messages to us in a group text on a Thursday night between 9:30 and 11:30 than he does the entire rest of the week.
That's probably the truth.
So anyway, welcome to Paul. William, yeah, no Tim this week. Tim is actually on vacation in his homeland of Virginia. So he's taking the week off there. Cousin Brian doesn't want to hear about our moist loins.
That's fine.
Paul, you're a good dude as well, man. Jason says hotter than a fire hall on Saturday. Well, I don't know how.
I won't know how hot a fire hall on Saturday gets.
Right, I was going to say I don't know how breaking of the news. Atomic Championship did break it a little bit earlier, and we were going to talk about Atomic Championship Wrestling and Rogue Women Warriors 99 Ways to Die this Saturday. But
one of those ways would have been heat stroke.
Yeah, no shit. So there is no show in Stevens.
Yeah, they made the right choice there, protecting the talent, the fans alike. I mean, we're talking what? Temperatures up near 100.
I think. Well, yeah. The actual temperature is supposed to be like between 95 and 100, and then the heat index is supposed to be like $110, $115.
In that fire hall, I mean, the one room's air conditioned, but it's in like the fire bays where like the engines are kept.
Yeah,
it's going to be hot.
It's
so they made the
here's
right
the thing,
choice.
In the summer, it's hot. In the winter, it's cold. The spring and fall are beautiful.
Yeah.
But what you can do if you were planning on going to ACW in Stevens on Saturday night.
We have some other options for you.
We definitely have some other options. We have a great option just a little bit north. You just hop, was it 83? Hop on 83?
Yeah, it's a pretty easy drive straight north.
Go north. You get off at Hazleton, and you go right into downtown to the Holy Family Academy. It is PPW's, appropriately enough, Heat Blast.
Yeah, they called this one right.
Yeah, they called this one right. Paul and crew over there,
Yeah,
they got this one right.
Yeah, they did.
It is this Saturday night again, the Holy Family Academy, downtown Hazleton, PA. The meet and greet, and that starts at 5 o'clock. Bell time is at 7. It is a great venue, great food, great vendors, great action. We have the card here in front of us. Going to run down a few of the matches here.
You know what's really cool? And if you're in the area, in the Hazleton area, PPW High Voltage, their TV show can be seen every Sunday night at 8 p.m. at WYLN. So check that out. If you're not in the Hazleton area, you can check out PPW action for free on their Facebook page, facebook.com, I believe, /Pennsylvania Premier Pro. I'd have to look that up. Don't quote me on that.
I think the Facebook page is PPW Entertainment.
Is that okay?
I
Okay.
believe.
And then PPW's YouTube page, just search for PPW.
Yeah, so you can get an idea of what you are going to what you're going to see if you head up there. But there's a lot of great action. A PPW television match, Mantequilla versus Charles Mason. You have a tag team match, the Punk Rock All Stars versus Sambo. The No Limits Championship match, Fox Vinier versus Andy Heder.
I think that's Hetter's return to PPW. I think he's been away for a little bit, so cool to see Heder returning there.
Yeah, you have a PPW Women's Championship match, Mercedes Martinez versus Christina Marie.
And everybody's familiar with Mercedes from the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, absolutely. The
great women's wrestler. If you've not seen Mercedes Martinez, this is the time to check her out.
The PPW Tag Team Championship match, Sent to Slaughter versus South Philly's Finest versus the main event, MANE.
Oh,
little play on words there. We know South Philly's Finest. Those guys are some of the best in independent tag team wrestling.
They're looking to reclaim,
yes,
obviously, the PPW Tag Team Championships.
100%. And then the PPW Heavyweight Championship match, Evander James defending against Facade, the Neon Ninja. Much more, of course, card subject to change. But if you've never made the trip to Hazleton to PPW, it is a great time.
Great time.
We were there when the Impact tapings were there. But again, it's a great venue. Frank Boris, who we still say is the best photographer in professional wrestling. He is always there. Great merch, great people. So if you're planning on going to ACW, head up to Hazleton. It's not that bad of a drive. Put it this way, you're not going to want to be outside anyway, so get in your car, crank the AC, get on the highway, and check out a great independent wrestling show.
We went up a little earlier.
Yes.
Continued drive, went up to Wilkes-Barre, which is, a half an hour beyond?
Yeah, really
maybe?
not far past Hazleton.
Just to get some Grotto Pizza.
Yep.
Right by the mall.
Right off it's literally like the Grotto Pizza is 3 minutes off of 83.
Yeah.
So you're right there at the mall. You walk around the mall for a little bit.
Which is also air conditioned.
Mall's air conditioned. Grotto's air conditioned.
Is that mall still open? They're closing pretty quick.
I think that mall is still open. At least the last thing I checked. I think there's also a strip club that is probably air conditioned near the mall.
Yeah, they're always air conditioned.
So you can make it a great day. And yeah, you can just get right back on the highway, go back down
It's
to
81.
81. Sorry, not 83. Yeah, 83.
83 is Harrisburg.
Is Harrisburg and down to like Baltimore. So yeah, get on it. Don't get on N83. Get on 81. Head up to Hazleton.
Let's go down to Baltimore. That'll be fun.
Yeah, because nothing is greater than Baltimore in 115-degree weather.
They have an aquarium,
which is not really
Part
air
of it
conditioned
probably
because
is.
it's like tropical.
Yeah,
for
you've
like
got a point.
the
I mean, Inner Harbor would suck.
Inner Harbor would suck.
Let's go look at ships.
Yeah. Let's walk around a harbor for all day.
Hashtag Charm City. Hey, and something really, really cool. PPW next month is making their debut up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. This is when I told you to have the music ready. You didn't have it ready.
What's Scranton music?
The Scranton music, Jim, from The Office.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Talked
have
about this in the pre-show.
No, we didn't.
You can decide if we talked about it on the pre-show by checking patreon.com/3count Thursday. For the low price of $2, you can hear what Jim and I talked about. Trust me, it's not great this week.
Yeah, it's not the best one. Frank says they're also going to be raffling off original posters of several PPW superstars at the show, so check that out.
That's badass.
But yes, PPW.
I'm free now on Saturday. I took the day off of work.
Oh yeah, and you're not.
And I was going to be calling over there.
There's a
maybe
chance.
I'll run up 81.
There's a possibility.
I'm not going south to get Grotto. That's for damn sure.
That's for sure.
Way too hot at beach locations.
But yeah, PPW.
They closed the one in Bethany. The one
the one we watched Raw at when we were
on
down
the
there.
boardwalk.
No shit.
Yeah, the one right by the little boardwalk.
So there's no Grotto in Bethany at all now.
There's the big one, the big restaurant one.
Okay.
Coming out heading toward Bethany.
Oh yes, okay, I got you.
The
but
one
not
there on the
not the
left.
one right
but
there.
Not that little one where you can walk up and grab a slice.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It's gone.
That's a bummer.
It's gone.
That breakfast place is still there though, right?
That breakfast place is definitely still there.
Is the guy still making the omelets?
I believe he is.
The last time you were there, he was still.
Last time I was there, I
God.
saw a picture of him on their Facebook page.
Thank God.
He melted my heart.
I
don't know what his name is.
PPW will be debuting next month in Scranton, so make sure you check that out on August 10th. I think they just announced that Coco Beware will be at that show. So
Coco will be there.
Check that out again. But this Saturday,
and I believe they have the guests. Who are the guests this week? It is, I believe, Kelly Kelly.
Kelly Kelly is there.
And I believe this is their Dean Malenko show.
Paul
which is
Frank,
pretty cool.
maybe help out here. I forgot to write down who the guests are this week.
I'm going to roll the dice and say it's Kelly Kelly and Dean Malenko.
I do know it's Kelly Kelly for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's my take.
Scotty says pineapple belongs on pizza. Here's the deal. I know this is a long debated thing.
Let's talk about it.
I am not a big fan of pineapple. Now, I do enjoy fresh pineapple. I don't like the canned. If you want to put pineapple on pizza, go ahead. You're an adult. If you want to put, tuna on the pizza, go ahead. If you want to put ramen on pizza, go ahead. Here's the deal. You were right, Ryan. Kelly Kelly, a.k.a. Barbie Blank, is there. And Dean Malenko is also appearing this Saturday at PPW. But here's the deal.
He's got a lot of holds, folks.
You can literally put anything you want on pizza.
Anything.
If you like it, own it. If you don't like it, don't put it on there.
Here's the deal. Let's be real. Pineapple belongs on pizza if you're eating a Hawaiian pizza. You're never going to get pineapple and pepperoni. If you want I guess you could. That actually, if I'm in the mood for a Hawaiian pizza,
sweet and spicy,
I will.
Not?
You're right. Actually, that might. As soon as I said, I'm like, God damn.
I mean, here's the deal. I've known people that have you ever had a barbecue chicken pizza? So instead of tomato sauce, you put barbecue sauce. So I've known people that have done chicken.
Let me blow your mind real quick. There is a lean cuisine, right? I know. Flatbread barbecue pizza with
delicious.
Chicken and onion.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's so good. But I've known people who have done barbecue chicken pizza.
Yes,
they've done barbecue. They've done chicken. Obviously, the barbecue sauce, onions, sautéed onions.
I love all of this already.
A little bit of bacon, bacon bits.
Sounds good. I like.
And then
bits.
some finely diced pineapple on the barbecue chicken pizza.
Man, that's a weird one there. That's weird to me.
But you know what? If they like it, they like it.
That's fair. You're right. Who am I to judge?
So Cousin Brian says ring bologna and cheese omelet. You're welcome. Dude.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds fantastic. Wow. I might have to do that because I've been doing for breakfasts.
Oh yeah.
Like on like a Sunday, I will do a dozen eggs, like scrambled eggs
Chop.
with onions, tomatoes, peppers, different things in it, and I divide it up into 5 containers. So I have
Look at you meal prepping.
equal breakfast. Yeah, equal breakfast for every day. I might have to drop a little rang bologna in some scrambled eggs.
The
for
last
next
time
week.
I was down in Philly for the Icons, we got there really early, and I had a breakfast sandwich.
Yes,
And it had pork roll. It was a pork roll
dude,
breakfast sandwich.
pork roll.
Which was delicious.
It's so good. How's it going, Phil?
So good.
Yeah, pork roll's real good. Pork roll's real good.
Very salty.
Have you ever had deviled ham?
I have not.
It's not that great.
It sounds like that canned meat.
You
shit
know what
that-
I'm talking about, right? It comes in a like a little can about that big around.
It sounds like it's like going to be soft and spongy.
It is like ham that is just been like processed and cut up almost to like the size of nerds.
No.
And just packed together in a can.
Can't do it.
It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's just not great.
A ring bologna and cheese omelet.
The ring bologna and cheese omelet sounds real good.
That's a game
Matt, who is
changer.
joining us on the call, probably doesn't like that. But Matt, we were just discussing because Scotty brought it up. He said that pineapple belongs on pizza, and we were just kind of saying that, like, I mean, we're all adults here. You can literally do like anything you want. I mean, right? I mean, are you a pineapple on pizza guy?
I personally don't order it, but if people want to, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Jim, like if you had a go-to pizza, what would it be? You could only eat one pizza for the rest of your life.
Probably.
What toppings are you putting on it?
Probably sausage, onion, and green pepper.
For the rest of your life?
Rest of my life.
Okay. That green pepper is giving me heartburn every day.
I mean,
Other than
the
that, it's
pizza's
not a
probably
bad
giving you
choice.
heartburn.
That's true.
Ryan, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if you had one pizza for the rest of your life, it would be cheese.
It probably would be. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and as plain as it is, like, I feel like having, I guess I could pick it off. So I would go pepperoni.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, I mean,
You
you're
can pick
you're
it
gonna-
off,
like
right.
that flavor palette's still going to kind of linger a bit.
Yeah.
But it'll still be a
But
cheese pizza.
to me, there's sometimes there's nothing better than just a slice of just cheese pizza.
Dude, no, I agree. I am more a toppings guy. I do prefer toppings over not.
I mean, look at us.
Well, yeah, but
Hey, how can you put more calories on that? Let's do it.
But I mean, I
Meat
like.
lovers, goddamn right.
I mean, I like a good veggie pizza though too.
Sure.
Matt, what would be your if you had one pizza for the rest of your life? What would that be?
There's a pizza shop in Palmyra. You got to get the pepperoni pizza there.
That's a home run, Matt.
Yeah, well done. That's we might as well pack up the show because that might be the best thing that
That'll do it.
that happened. Eric, welcome into the show. But hey, Eric, I think we it was your question of the week that we included.
We did. Let's talk
for
about
this
it.
week. So we're going to get to that here in just a second.
In a
Again,
second.
if you're following along on the live video here, interact with us. We're going to kind of read the comments as we go. Interact with us. Make sure you give the video a share. Get as many people in here as possible. And always make sure you're checking out our website. You can see it over Ryan's right shoulder. And that is 3countthursday.com. All of our social media links, our YouTube link, patreon.com/3countthursday. We also have our merchandise at whatamaneuver.net. We got a couple of orders here in the last couple weeks, so merchandise starting to move a little bit. Also, our collar and elbow brand deal. If you go to collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code 3count, you get 10% off of each and every order. That's the number 3. Always the number 3 with us. And if you look over my right shoulder, Ryan's left shoulder, she looks a lot better than we do. I will say that. But let's round out the independent shows for this weekend.
Let's do it.
Of course, PPW's Heat Blast in Hazleton. Again, ACW and Stevens is canceled due to the heat this weekend. Wouldn't be too fun in the fire hall. H2O's Hustle Palooza, that is Saturday at the H2O Wrestling Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Doors are at 7:30. Bell time is at 8.
Not a bad drive, especially over the central Pennsylvania area. Matt and I made the trek out there. That is where the Intergender Bonanza was.
Yes.
So easy drive. great drive. Really no problem. You have to go to New Jersey, but hey, that's not too bad. You pay $1 to get out of the state. That's the greatest part about the trip.
I mean, after spending a little bit of time in New Jersey, you just throwing 20s out the window.
I'd throw a 20.
It's a great plan by the state there. If you are not in our area, GCW, the Invisible Man presents Wombat, which is Warriors of Matt Battle and Trouble, is Saturday at the Gypsy Joe Arena in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Beautiful. Tullahoma's beautiful this time of year.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Good
a lot going on there in Tullahoma.
I'm not sure if that is on Fight TV or not. I know most GCW events are on Fight TV. But then on Sunday from the Basement East in Nashville, Tennessee, at 1:30, the doors bell time is at 2. It is GCW's Lights Out. So they're hitting up the weekend scene in Tennessee. So if you're not in our area, and again, and we say this every week as we go over these shows, it's not just in our area. We want you to get out and enjoy independent wrestling. So if you don't know where there's a company near you, reach out to us. Social media, you can email us at 3countthursday@gmail.com. And we'll try and find a company that's close to you. I mean, within reason. I mean, we can't guarantee there's going to be one 10 minutes away, like is the case with ACW for us. But, Hazleton for us is a couple hours up 81. The H2O show is a couple hours to our east. So, we do travel to check out these shows. We recommend that you do as well because, these guys and girls are actually out busting their ass for independent wrestling. So let's...
Yeah, they are. I felt like you threw it to me. I didn't have anything to say there.
Well, I caught you in a yawn, I do believe.
That also happened.
It's all right. It's the end of the week, man. It's been a hot one.
We're almost making it.
It's been hot and humid. It's gross, but we are plugging along. But, listener Eric, who is in the comments, he dropped this one on us last week right near the end of the show.
What did Eric say?
He said, who would we book as AEW's second heavyweight champion? So, of course, we know Hangman Page, Chris Jericho at All Out at the end of August will be battling for the AEW Heavyweight Championship, or as like the Japan East Championship, as I like to call it, just by the look of it. I'm just saying, it has a New Japan feel to the look. Am I right or wrong on that?
You're wrong.
You don't think it has like a New Japan feel to the belt?
I don't believe it does.
Okay.
It does not have a WWE feel to it because it's a slightly different shape.
I think if you put that title next to New Japan titles,
I think you'd be surprised.
I think they mix right in together. Anyway.
Okay.
But at All Out,
neither here nor there.
Jericho versus Hangman Page. Now, somewhere down the road, whether it be beginning of their TV show, end of the year, sometime next year, whatever, who would you book as AEW's second heavyweight champion, and why? We got a couple of listener responses, and feel free to throw them in the comments. So again, thank you to Eric for this one. Jason says Moxley. It's the biggest name that is not a Buck, Rhodes, or Omega, and he's obviously still hot from his WWE run. Mike says you'd need to give it to someone who's a credible threat, but needs to be a newer face to the major scene to carry into the future. Someone like MJF, Penta, Darby, hell, even Shima might work. He says, I happen to think the best thing to do to solidify an inaugural champion would pick an established figurehead that could tell the presence of carrying a company, making the obvious choice, Jericho. So he says, Jericho would win first, pass it off to somebody relatively newer to a mainstream audience as the second one. So a couple of good answers there. And again, feel free to drop them in the comments here. Lee, how's it going, bud? How you doing? Colby says Joey Janela. Eric agrees with me that the title has a New Japan feel. Okay. Devin says MJF. Cousin Brian says the Librarian.
People would tweet about it.
It would get a reaction, that's for sure.
People would boo, and that'll be okay.
Really? We're doing that again?
That didn't take long, did it?
No, it took all of about...
less than a half an hour.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Well, let's ask Bubby first. Bubby, the
who
talking
would...
Jewish grandmother doll. Let's see who she thinks. What do you think about the AEW Heavyweight Championship picture, Bubby?
No, but make sure you bring a sweatshirt.
All
right. Well, Bubby doesn't want you to catch a cold. Thank you for always being concerned.
We do appreciate that, Bubby.
It's a little warm out, Bubby, but
I mean, There's still people in my warehouse at work that are wearing like sweatshirts this week.
People are stupid.
I don't get it.
Or they're welders and they don't want to fuck their arms up.
We don't have welders in our warehouse.
Oh, then it's not the welders.
I will agree with Cousin Brian on this one. He says any reaction is better than no reaction every time. And I will agree with that. Whether I like the librarians or I don't, a reaction is better than no reaction. So
unless you're booing Roman Reigns.
What a fucking asshole. So Ryan or Matt, you guys can jump on the grenade first. Who would be your AEW second champion?
Bret Hart.
Oh my God. Is that your serious? I don't like. I never know if that's a serious answer or not.
No, why would it be serious?
I don't know. Who would be?
The man had a stroke, Jim. Nobody's gonna put a championship belt on Bret Hart.
Well, I mean, the WWE.
You're half chubbing up right now thinking about it.
WWE did. He did win the U.S. title
and the up on his waist in the wheelchair anyway.
Oh my!
You don't want to see it.
It'll just sit on his lap, still buckled.
Oh wow!
Or Velcro, depending how AEW chooses to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
I can see him like hanging it onto like the back on like the handles. Whoever pushes him down to the ramp
can look at it and like give it to him. Then that's not a bad idea.
Cousin Brian said Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard would make sense.
I mean, he is in AEW now.
He is. Sean Spears would make sense.
Eric Hanser, Christopher Daniels. That's a good one.
Here's my concern.
Was he ever champion in TNA or Ring of Honor?
I feel like he might have been in TNA as like the Fallen Angel, but man, TNA, I mean, used him kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
If anywhere, Curry Man was.
I love
Curry Man.
I love Curry Man.
Here's my concern. I don't know if Chris Jericho is actually the right choice, and here's why. Your first ever AEW champion will always be like asterisk as the inaugural champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a WWF guy, a WWE guy, and you can never change that. You know what I mean? So your first ever, like, we are something different. Hey, here's this WWE guy. He's our champion. I don't know if that sends the message that AEW really wants to send. The more I thought about Chris Jericho, the less I actually like the fact that Chris Jericho, and like, for the reason that you said, it needs to be somebody recognizable. Well, does it? Like, do you want that representing you for your very first run? So if it's not Jericho,
hi Sean,
I think that changes everything with who that second champion would look like.
Fair. I think you make a decent point about it not needing to be Jericho or that it shouldn't be Jericho. I think the way that they are booking it, at least to me, all signs are pointing to Jericho. And we'll touch on that as we go recap the show a bit. But
I mean, I hope AEW doesn't do something crazy and like throw a third person in this match.
Yeah, like they've done with
needs to be one-on-one
women's matches on their first
Correct.
two
There
shows.
needs to be a victor out of the two that we have.
Eric says he thinks the first will be Hangman. Lee has Sean Spears as the second champion. Yeah, they're building him up, and of course now with Tully Blanchard as his executive advisor, which I learned today because I always spelled advisor with the ER. Both spellings ER or OR are accepted.
Okay.
Because like on AEW's press release, it said advisor and it had OR, and I'm like, did they really just misspell something on a press release?
Did they misspell something on one of their?
One of their
like,
yes.
match cards or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, man, if Hangman wins, Hangman has that face about him, right? Like, it's a weird match because Jericho's not a face.
No.
I mean, and Hangman's that kind of weird face.
Yeah,
I feel like he acts a bit heelish.
But I think Jericho has done enough, post WWE, like with the New Japan stuff, and he's been kind of a part-time WWE guy, and I think people kind of know the Jericho story that, he started in Mexico, went to Japan, and is an ECW guy, and he was a WCW guy. I think it would be different if Jericho was like a Shawn Michaels or a Undertaker or something like that.
Okay.
That was a WWE lifer that just that left toward that the wrestle every week career is over, and then you end up in AEW and you become their first champion.
Gotcha.
Like, I think Jericho is enough of a wrestling journeyman that
we can get away with.
you can get away with him as your first champion.
Like, you don't get that eye roll of, oh.
Well, and you look
they had to put it on a WWE guy.
Right, and you look at the Chris Jericho that we're getting in AEW that we've gotten in Japan. It is much different than the Chris Jericho that we've gotten in WWE. Eric, yeah, we posted to the page a little bit earlier that it was on the.
The question was about Tully. What is this about Tully?
He has signed a multi-show deal with AEW, and he is the exclusive advisor for Shawn Spears. So kind of a managerial role for Shawn Spears here moving forward. So good guy to have in your back pocket. Not an advocate.
An advisor.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, an advisor. So yeah, good looking out there. Hi, Justin. How you guys doing? And remember, if you're following along the show here, interact with us. Give it a share. We'd appreciate that.
I love the share button.
Lee brings up a great question. He said, does Punk show up and attack the first champion? Yeah, a hot topic of discussion in the last 5 hours or so, 6 hours. StarCast revealed today that CM Punk and will be at StarCast for meet and greets, and he will do a one-on-one interview. I don't think they released who will be conducting the interview, but there's an article on SI. So Punk will be there. Obviously, this is getting the ideas rolling, the rumor mill running of whether or not Punk is going to be at All Out. Now, they did specifically say in this article that he is signed on for StarCast. He is not signed on for All Out or AEW in any way. I think this is one of those situations where
everybody thought he was showing up at All In because it was in Chicago.
True, absolutely. I was one of them.
We were one of them. I agree.
This is his first real outward. Now, I get StarCast is, he has to take a wrestling convention. It is not a wrestling show. Right. But this is the first time that he's, openly taken a wrestling booking since leaving the WWE. He's
Conrad flashed that hey money.
Hey. So it's one of those situations where I think that the rumor mill is going to run for the next month and a half. I think a lot of people are going to build it up to he's definitely going to be there.
Right.
It's one of those moments where, and we've talked about it. I've talked about it for various different things over time, that you can prepare yourself to be disappointed, or you can go into it going, if it happens, it happens. And I think there could potentially be a lot of people who are preparing themselves to be disappointed if he doesn't show up.
I heard CM Punk does it for the Juggalos and Juggalettes.
I don't think that's CM Punk.
Really?
I don't believe.
He did a butt buster onto a microwave today.
Jeez,
it's the greatest thing I've seen.
I mean, I'm glad he's back doing the videos, because I know he was
off for a week.
He was off for a week, hurt or whatever. But yeah, but to Lee's question, I mean, you want to make a splash coming out of All Out, and you're going into your TV a month later. Having CM Punk there would be huge. However, I think I still think that if you have CM Punk, the time to do it is when the screen fades up from black, October 2nd, TNT, and he's sitting cross Indian style, crisscross applesauce.
Thank you for being PC about
yes,
that.
I did. I
was very offended.
There. I apologize. Crisscross applesauce right there on that AEW logo in the middle of the ring for show number 1, because that happens. That gets people tweeting. That gets people reacting. That gets a lot of eyes on your new TV product right away.
I'd still love to see them make their debut show Monday night. Monday night, guys, join us Thursday. You can run 2 shows that week. Run Monday and then run Thursday or Wednesday and then
night.
run your Wednesday show.
Or even that week, do it as kick off your week right. Starting off hot. Next week we move to Wednesday night.
Right, something.
I don't think they're going to.
I don't think they are either. But that's exactly what I would do.
It would certainly get attention. And again, you do that on Monday night, and you start with Punk. Nobody's watching Raw.
Absolutely not.
Here's the deal. I am tuning to AEW at that point.
You absolutely have
I might
to.
throw WWE on the iPad.
Everybody's connected with Twitter, and you
especially
get that
on a Monday
right
night.
away.
Especially on a Monday night.
Matt, what say you?
What am I weighing in on? Because we're kind of all over the place.
We're all over the place. What goes on a pizza?
I think we already got that one.
Oh, we're through that one. Yeah. Well, then whatever we talked about after that to now.
Who is your second AEW champion, and does Punk show up at?
I mean, it's Bret Hart. He doesn't have to answer that.
Jesus Christ, right?
I mean, the obvious answer for that one is Moxley, but for the sake of just choosing someone different, I would go with Kip Sabian.
Ooh, okay. Both guys don't drool.
Do you have a real answer, Ryan?
No.
So Bret Hart.
I don't have a real answer.
Okay, Bret Hart's your answer.
MJF, I think would be great, but I think again only MJF if
Hangman.
the Hangman wins first.
Yeah, if that would make sense because obviously you're not.
Like I don't think you can do Cody. Like Cody, I think will hold it eventually. Maybe I don't think you can do Cody that early.
No.
The vice president holds his own. You know what
especially
I mean?
when
the Booker is the champion, sort of thing. And that's never a good look in wrestling.
Especially, except when Shane's going to do it at SummerSlam. Especially when it looks like Brandy is probably going to be your first women's champion. I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey man, she can go in the ring. I love what Lee said about the Juggalos. I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense as him being straight edge. He probably doesn't even enjoy Faygo.
Yeah, probably.
Which is gross soda, by the way. Like,
Faygo
it's not
soda?
good.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's not. I
No.
tried it once thinking like, oh, it's 99 cents. It's got to be okay. It is not good at all.
That's like the Sam's brand?
It's worse. That's what the Juggalos drink.
Oh, well.
No, I don't think it's the Sam's
Oh,
brand.
yeah,
I think
Sam's the brand.
Choice.
I think Sam's Choice.
Sam's Choice it's an upgrade.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not good. Matt, what's your favorite flavor?
Favorite flavor of soda?
No, of never mind, Matt. Keep moving.
Good Lord. Yeah, my second.
Wait. How are things on the home front?
They're good.
We celebrated last week with you, without you, for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back in and listened to them yet, but yeah, things are good.
Good. Very good.
Did you buy the 3CF&T onesie yet?
I got the belt one. I didn't get the 3CF&T.
That's probably safe. That's probably
safe. Yeah, like if one of us buys that for you, like, it is what it is. I don't think you can buy that for your own kid. I feel like
that's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like it's a gift item. That's not a buy for
hey,
oneself.
Here's a 3C fucking
right, exactly.
onesie for your baby.
Dropping F-bombs on the Liberty Brew.
No, I mean, I'm not opposed to her wearing that. I wanted to get the purple one just so, since
the purple makes sense because she's a girl.
Yeah, a little more gender appropriate, but I am not opposed to her wearing the 3CF&T onesie as well.
Maybe it's time to wander over to whatamaneuver.net.
Frank asks, have you guys tried the Liberty Brew Mountain Dew?
Frank, all this fun, good shit's coming out, and I gave up soda now. I pretty much exclusively drink water.
Yeah, I try to only do soda like if I go out to eat, and even a lot of times then I do like a brewed tea.
Oh, brewed tea, that makes sense.
But no, I have not. I have not tried it. I'm not much of a Mountain Dew drinker myself.
I enjoy Mountain Dew.
Every so often I'll jump in, but all right.
Was that the question? Was my favorite Mountain Dew flavor, and I just missed it?
No, that wasn't at all.
He just asked if we tried the Liberty Brew. What is your favorite Mountain Dew flavor?
I mean, I've always been a big fan of the Code Red, but I haven't drank a Mountain Dew in probably 6 years.
Yeah.
So I was at a restaurant.
Do you have a choice? Do you think what mine would be?
Mountain Dew.
You just play Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Just play Mountain Dew. Might fuck up with.
I forget where I was one time. Like just here recently, I ordered a Sprite and they brought me a Mountain Dew. I just drank it anyway.
Let's talk about that. You know where you can't do that? Arby's.
Oh God, no, we don't have the time to get into that. We really don't. Ryan's still angry about Arby's switching from Pepsi to Coke.
Arby's. Hey, Rob Noxious.
Rob Noxious with us. How's it going, Rob?
Good, Mr. Noxious?
Man, we're getting a lot of people in here this week.
The real people. These are the realest of the real.
All right, so Fight for the Fallen was this past week. Matt, did you have a chance to catch it?
Parts. I had to work this weekend.
Okay.
I had parts.
Also, thank you, Ryan. Now, Matt, who was the person I actually asked.
Did you ask Matt?
I did.
Did you really say Matt?
I certainly did.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious.
I didn't even hear it.
I'm serious as shit water.
I'm so sorry. Bobby was talking to me, and I couldn't hear it.
Matt, did you have a chance to watch it?
Yeah, I actually had a lot of time this weekend to watch all of the wrestling shows, so I'm fully caught up on everything.
Fantastic. I thought this was AEW's worst show of the three.
Oh, listen
overall.
To here he goes.
No.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Here's not a bad show, just the worst of the three so far.
It was for the Fallen Gym. God, you were such a fucking
the quality of the wrestling show. $150,000 to the charity. Awesome.
You.
That is a fantastic thing. The show itself.
Bubby, can you believe this dude?
Sure. After some matzo ball soup.
See?
Yeah. She
Thank
even
you,
knows.
Bubby has my back.
Trying to feed you. Bitch.
Jesus Christ. The pre-show, not great. Sonny Kiss's entrance was awesome with the Jaguars cheerleader. He's got to show up with cheerleaders at every entrance now, right?
I agree.
100%. The women's tag, not great. Britt Baker injured, concussed. Adam Cole did tweet today that she's doing much better, which is a good thing. Recovering very well. Do it?
No.
Nope. Okay. The show itself,
baby. The pre-show was rough, man.
Pre-show was real rough.
That was stinky.
My favorite match of the night was the Lucha Brothers versus SoCal Uncensored. The thing AEW has gotten right consistently every time, pretty much without flaw, mostly without flaw, tag team matches. But my only gripe as it pertains to tag team matches, we're not going to go over every single match. Like the first show, Double or Nothing, they outlined like the tag rules. How you have like the 10 count.
It's a little different. Yeah.
You have 10 seconds after tag it. I have not seen that on the last two shows.
That's fair.
Like enforced at all. And here's the thing. I don't even mind. Like watching the Evolve show on the network, that during the tag team match, they said it was relaxed rules. You didn't need to tag. So I would much rather have you say that. Like, look, we get it. Traditional tag team wrestling, not really passe or whatever in today's wrestling landscape. So we're just gonna do relaxed rules. You want to get in on the match, whatever. It's still got to be the legal man to make a pin or whatever.
Mark Charles,
legal man Mark Charles.
There's a throwback.
There's a throwback. But like AEW made it a point, and the commentary did a great job at hammering that point. 10 seconds, 10 count, and it's like disappeared over the last two shows. So to me, that's a part that does kind of pick at me a little bit. Again, favorite match tonight was the Lucha Brothers, and they got a win they needed.
Yes.
As well. Did you have a out of what you saw? Did you have a match that you liked the best?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I mean it was a decent show. It felt like a free show.
Right.
But it felt
like.
Yeah. It wasn't as important as All In or Double or Nothing. It was a free show.
Sure. Matt, did you have a favorite match?
The Lucha Brothers versus SoCal Uncensored was the one that stood out to me. I did enjoy Adam Page and Kip Sabian as well, though.
Yeah, I did as well. My again, to get a little picky with it, and this is nothing against Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian, really good. Adam Page, in a month and a half, is battling for your heavyweight championship.
Correct.
And he almost went to the 20-minute time limit.
But did he win?
He won.
Wins and losses matter.
I'm well aware, and it's a good thing he won. I think
that's a great thing he won.
It is a great thing he won. I personally, and this is where I said I think all signs are pointing to Jericho.
Sure.
Like,
So were you looking for like a Kevin Owens Dolph Ziggler style match?
He was looking for a Bret Hart run-in, and then he remembered he couldn't run.
oh my god.
Well, luckily that ring kind of seemed handicap accessible. Like I feel like he could have made it to that ring.
Guys, he can walk. You know that, right?
I said run-in. I didn't say any sort of handicap joke. I said he can run in. That's a point for Matt.
Right. I'm just making it clear. Like, he can walk. He
Right.
might even be able to, like, lightly jog. I don't know. He's old.
I'm
Okay.
not saying he can't walk, but I think that at this point, Brett doesn't have to walk. He's probably choosing.
Thanks,
a
McBurger
wheel.
Town.
Jesus. Wow.
We only picked the low-hanging fruit, which consequently is the only one Brett can reach, too.
Oh, my God. Wow. Tim, I miss you being here, by the way. I absolutely miss you being here.
Eric's joining into the fun. Bret Hart falls over when the wind blows.
Oh, my God.
See, it's fun, and it's all in good humor because we all love Bret the Hitman Hart. None more than James, but we all enjoy Bret the Hitman Hart.
Look at Lee's comment. That's good. Did you get it?
Oh. He should be a top guy.
Absolutely.
He should be.
Hey,
bummer about this Saturday, but you guys made the right choice over there, and I know you were part of like that committee that made the choice, like with the ownership of ACW. So, show again postponed to this Saturday for the Atomic Championship Wrestling. Still, some other great indie shows around. I know we talked about PPW, in the H2O. I know on Saturday.
GCW in Tennessee,
down there in the Wombat. The Invisible Man's promotion.
But
Matt,
again. I wasn't necessarily looking for like a 6-second, a stunner and go home type of match. But I think you could have put a little shine on Sabian a bit, but gotten out of there in 10 or less, and made Page look dominant. Get a little shine on Sabian, get out of there. Because I'm just sitting there going, are you really going to time limit draw with a guy who's, fighting for your heavyweight championship in a month? And they didn't, but I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of that decision.
I get what you're saying.
Overall, again, not the best show.
I gave it a C.
Yeah, I think that's about where I would put it. It was fine. But
guys, letter grade. If you watch Fight for the Fallen, A to F. Obviously, exclude the letter E because I don't know why. Why is that?
I don't know.
Why did we exclude the letter E?
I don't know.
When you grade papers,
Matt, you were a teacher. Why is there no E?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Cool.
One of those great mysteries of life.
But there is. If it's somebody in the comments, I'd love to know that. Don't look it up and act like you know it either.
What would your letter grade be for Fight for the Fallen?
E for effort.
I for incomplete.
There you go.
That sounds about right.
But they donated money, which is the important thing.
They did. $150,000 to the charity, to the victims of gun violence.
Were they still on the air when they did that, Jim?
I don't know. I that whole ending. That was weird. MJF was pulled from an Inspire Wrestling show this coming weekend due to an elbow injury. Earlier in the week, they said it was serious. Reports now are saying that he is fine. It was more precautionary. So good on him for not being hurt. The ending of that show. So you had the Rhodes Brothers versus the Young Bucks. 31 minutes. Long match. Felt a little long. Ending felt rushed. And then, the Bucks are cutting a promo. All of a sudden, music hits. Half the locker room spills out. They do the check presentation. everything just seemed kind of confused and rushed at the same time.
Yeah.
And then Cody's like, not sure if we're still on the air. And then he cuts this promo about you can't counter program us and blah blah. And it's just like the whole ending of that show felt just really, really weird to me. I don't know how you guys took it. It felt rushed, confused.
I get what the show was for.
Yes.
Like the benefit aspect of it.
Sure.
I get that. But I also don't feel like you celebrate that on air. Like you do it, you say what it is. You can post to social media those pictures and maybe that video. But like as a wrestling program, when the main event's over, if nothing like wrestling related storylines happening, I want to get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
And then I will follow up on social media, your Facebook page, your YouTube pages, your website for things of that nature. Still shots, maybe a small video.
Would it have been better if they would have done the presentation before the main event?
I don't know why you do that. Like, I just don't think you do that.
Well, I mean, similar to at some indie shows, if you have, raffle tickets or whatever, you do those, and then you have the main event.
Sure,
I get
that.
Once the main event's over, again, people kind of want to get out of there.
But the people that
but if you're going to do the presentation on air,
right?
I think doing it before the main event better than after, at least.
Okay,
I agree with you. I
would just rather not have seen it.
Sure, I agree. And again, you put that picture up there.
Like it felt weird. I can't turn it off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, like I'm an asshole for turning off like the presentation of a check because like it's a benefit. Like it sucks.
Right. And then
don't do a benefit and then air that you're doing this benefit and then show like what you're giving. I don't know.
And then you have the weird you take that moment, feel good moment, $150,000. Everybody feels good.
I felt good.
And then you turn it into, hey, fuck you for airing the Evolve show on the network tonight. Like it's just like it's all of those things post match. Like if you want to do the Bucks, the promoing a sign of respect to the brothers, that's fine. But then cut it after that with with the hug or the handshake or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Lee said it feels weird for sure, and I agree with him. It just felt weird. Matt?
I actually didn't watch that part of it. Once the main event was done, I was kind of checked out.
I hear you.
I just turned it off.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, yeah. So Lee was with us. Yeah. It just and again it's somewhat nitpicky for me. I feel like, but it came across weird.
I think Lee hit it on the head. Like it should have been for the Jacksonville fans in attendance because it was for their community.
Here's
the deal: benefit or not, it doesn't benefit me one bit, and great for doing it. Like I knew it was for a benefit,
right? And that's where some people who voiced their opinion on Twitter were mad that the WWE was airing the Evolve show 2,800 miles away or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, the WWE show is not impacting that show in Jacksonville at all.
Correct.
It's not. If you bought your ticket or you were going to go, them airing a show on a streaming network should have no impact on that. And again, it's to give money to, and the way it played out, because I would have thought for sure you would have maybe had some sort of a text to donate or something like that, but it was strictly
from ticket
sales
right.
and I think for the fight purchases went towards it. So like and that was outside the U.S. the fight purchase. I
don't know. Like there's a part of me that's like, great, do it, but just don't brag about doing it. It's kind of the same thing of like, hey, I'm gonna like go up to this homeless guy and give him $20 and everything, but I'm gonna film it and put it on my Instagram page.
Or people,
like it almost felt a bit like that to me.
Or the
and if I'm off base, I apologize, but that's just how I took it.
No, and like here's the thing, like because I have people that definitely feel like if you do good things, like I have done. I mean, it has been a while, but I've done like pay it forward things. So you go to Starbucks. I remember
that time you gave that hand job to the guy in the park.
Yeah.
He was just laying there, and what is going on?
That was more for Jim than for the guy.
Sorry for ruining a good moment for you, Jim.
No. That's you though. Go to Starbucks, get your coffee, give a 20, say, look, pay it forward, no change.
Okay.
And move on,
Okay.
that sort of thing. But, like, I know people who will do that sort of thing and be like, I felt really, really good today. I paid $20 for my coffee and just told them to pay it forward. I'm like, these humble, like, I feel like it is people kind of looking for a gratification sort of thing out of it.
Sure. And it's great to feel good, and maybe they want to motivate other people to do it. But, like, it just comes across as like, all right, you did something good.
Like tell me I did good.
Right.
Like, so.
Jim, I think you did good.
Well, thanks.
The guy in the park would agree.
I saw today Bleacher Report live numbers down 10 to 14%.
Oh, no.
In live
AEW's
viewership.
going out of business, folks. That's it. It had a good run.
Obviously there can be multiple factors that lead into that. It's in the article that I saw. One could be that they ran a show 2 weeks prior. It could be competition from Evolve. It could also just be summer vacation and people didn't tune in to a wrestling show live on a Saturday night.
10% of their viewers. Get the fuck over it.
And also the New Japan G1 Climax was airing at the same time.
Yeah, sure as that was.
So there's a lot of wrestling to go around. Again, middle of summer, people are on vacation. The BR Live audience was consistent from beginning to end, as it never changed more than around 500 people. There were also 18,000 new subscriptions to the service that day. Now, obviously, whether or not they were all because of AEW, you can't be sure.
You can't be sure.
But it is a positive sign for BR Live and AEW that there is at least getting attention, and that when people tune in, for the most part, they're not tuning out. So they're there for it. They're watching it.
Right. I agree.
So let's go to Evolve. Now, I will be honest, I did not see the final 3 matches, which by all accounts were the best 3 matches.
Yeah, they were definitely the closer to your WWE style matches. Riddle versus Gulak was a really good technical match that I think a lot of people will enjoy. The main event of the Evolve main event, if you will, for the Evolve Championship, Austin Theory. That guy's
and the WWN.
That guy's a star.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely a star.
I mean, here's the thing: the 6 matches that I saw, it was a great indie show,
and it felt great. It felt really indie.
It was a great indie show.
I hope somebody that watches that realizes like how good indie talent can be, and how much you can enjoy yourself at an independent wrestling show if you've never been to an indie show.
I mean, like let's go down the card of
talk about it.
Of the matches prior to, Riddle Gulak. I mean, who we've seen both of those locally. We've seen Austin Theory. But did we ever see Anthony Green?
Anthony Green.
I've
never seen Anthony Green live.
Okay. I mean, we've seen Anthony Henry. We've seen Shotzi Blackheart.
Yep.
We've seen Colby Carino. We've seen A.R. Fox. We've seen Eddie Kingston. We've seen Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
So,
these are names that we've seen right in this area very heavily.
So that's what I mean when we talk about it towards the top of our show about going out and supporting independent wrestling.
Just months ago,
half of this card we've seen at local fire halls. We've seen at local gyms, things like that.
Right.
Like, and it costs you $10, $15, $20 to get in.
Yep.
You buy the merchandise directly from them.
Yep.
You speak directly to them. You get a picture with them. Like, and these guys
Make
are
sure
now.
you wear your acid wash jeans. You'll look great.
And your fedora. You gotta love the fedora. You can't forget the fedora and the snakeskin boots.
That fedora's been retired for a long time.
I'm just saying, it's a gimmick waiting to be picked up and thrown back out. And it's so. Like I think it's an important thing, and this, like I said, was a great independent show.
It was.
It absolutely was. Like I said, I can't review the whole show.
Was there anybody that like really stood out to you from the indie side that maybe you haven't seen, Jim? That you're like, oh damn.
I mean, the Brandy Lauren Shotzi Blackheart match.
Shotzi damn near killed herself.
That spot was crazy, and I think it's just. It is refreshing to see a women's match get like that physical.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
It's not something that you see every single time out, nor should you. Like, I don't need to see a hardcore match every single match. But like
Sure.
when you see it and to that level and they're laying it in, also Babatunde's chop on Colby Corino.
Oh my God! That was it. Was
Oh
Babatunde.
my God!
You actually saw Corino's soul leave
I
his
think
body.
that's what the commentator said, and I think that was probably the most accurate thing
That
said on
was
commentary
freaking
all
wild.
weekend. That holy hell, Babatunde's impressive.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's
dude.
really
really impressive. I thought Anthony Henry had a really good match.
Absolutely, that guy's a star.
Yeah, he's absolutely a star. I love Kurt Stallion. I've heard about Kurt Stallion. I don't know if I've ever seen a Kurt Stallion match live. I'm sure I didn't live, but I really enjoyed watching Kurt Stallion. I like a lot about him. Yeah, it was a fun match. It was a fun card.
From what I saw, I mean, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't
Nope,
100%
it absolutely
clean.
wasn't.
It was an
Independent
independent show.
wrestling's done. Yep.
It was a B show to me. Like the weekend, and we'll talk about Extreme Rules a bit, but to me it went Extreme Rules, Evolve, AEW.
Obviously.
But am I like extremely off base in that assessment this time?
No, you're not this time.
All
You're
right.
absolutely not.
So what grade would you guys give?
I would give it a
Evolve?
B-.
I would give it a straight B.
Guys, in the comment section, leave your comment for grading the Evolve show. Again, A through F. If you want to include E, go the hell ahead.
Yeah.
We won't stop you.
No, we won't stop you. I mean, I'm not a teacher, so what the hell does it matter anyway?
That's true.
All right, let's go to Extreme Rules. Of course, it was this past Sunday on the WWE Network, the award-winning, WWE Network.
That's true. It is.
Ended up being 13 matches long. This one ran, I believe, really the full 4 hours almost. I think this one went right up
right up to it. Yeah.
right up to 11 o'clock, which has been a little bit different. And this one really continued the trend for me of WWE's pay-per-views since and counting WrestleMania being really strong this year. Like, we can talk about, and we have talked about the somewhat wandering quality of the weekly television program, but they've been killing it on pay-per-views. This one was no different. When they said on the kickoff show that the opening match was the Graveyard Dogs versus Shane and Drew McIntyre, my first thought was, hey, when was the last time The Undertaker opened a pay-per-view?
And the next thought was, I wonder if his entrance is going to take 22 minutes.
That was a question on the
It was.
on the scorecard, and I did not put 22 minutes because it wasn't an 80-yard ramp for the
Shout
record.
out to PW scorecards.
Yes, absolutely. But that match was, I think, exceeded my expectations. And again, we're not going to go over every single match on this card, but it was a really good show. I think you did a lot of they did almost everything right, including the cash in.
Yeah.
You know, it's I think probably my moment of the night. Now I won't even necessarily go match of the night. Moment of the night though was Baron Corbin delivering the end of days on Becky Lynch.
Nobody saw it coming.
No one.
Why would he do that?
No one saw that coming. And again, I don't need intergender stuff in every match, every week, every time on WWE, because when you see it, it's going to have an impact.
Yeah, you should be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it did.
And Seth should respond the way he responded in this
100%.
primal, like,
If somebody
protection. Yes.
puts their hand on my wife, I am going to I'm going to beat their ass.
What if she fell down and I was helping her up, Jim?
Still beat your ass. Don't help.
Okay, I'm going to leave her down then. That's what you get for playing that goddamn video last week.
Yes, happy birthday, Colby. But yeah, I mean, to me, this was an A show. I think besides WrestleMania, this is
Hit that ding button because
this
you're
is the
absolutely
best
right.
pay-per-view they have had all year, and the cash-in totally fine. That's what the
Yep.
Money in the Bank's supposed to be.
I agree.
Everybody wants to give WWE shit.
But why didn't you just have Corbin win then and have Brock cash in on Corbin.
Why? Exactly. Yeah, because you want to cheer Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
because you didn't want to see Brock Lesnar cash in,
right?
Because
like,
Brock's a heel, and you're upset
he's
with
a
that.
Heel.
God damn it! He did the right. They did the absolute right thing with that.
I mean, and here's the thing: when Brock won the Money in the Bank, that should have told you Brock's going to be Universal or WWE champion.
Plus, let's be real: the sympathy that Becky Lynch gets from having to eat that end of days,
yes,
and then to lose her championship, that would not have been a great outcome.
Correct.
So, like, she has the championship. She still has, like, the sympathy of having to take a male's finishing move.
Right.
Even though she's the man. You know what I mean? Oh, my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
It really was
fine.
good. I sound like Jim.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But, no, it was Brock Lesnar cashing in. Like, people get mad when a Money in the Bank cash-in is a failure, but they get mad. You get mad when Brock Lesnar successfully cashes in. Like, he was gonna win. Whatever title he cashed in on, he was gonna win.
He was.
And here's the deal. Kofi Kingston, I'm happy that he's getting more continuance of that run, and also Seth Rollins chasing a title to me is much more interesting.
Yep.
And we've seen it over time. We've seen multiple occasions of it, and I like Seth Rollins. I know Frank doesn't, but I like Seth Rollins. I think he is much more entertaining as the chaser than the chasey.
I mean, he's dangerous, but I agree.
Thoughts on Extreme Rules?
Can I see this real quick? I'm going to steal
Sure.
this. Just for a second.
It's on the back of your paper as well, I think. Oh, no,
No,
it's
I don't
not.
think it is.
It is not. My bad.
I was really concerned about the last man standing match between Braun and Bobby Lashley.
Oh, that was
turned
out to be a lot
after
better.
Raw, like the level that they took it to on Raw, will they be able to deliver and follow up?
It had
I thought
so
they
much
absolutely did.
potential
I
to
mean,
let
it was
down.
a little hokey there at the end, like the power slam or whatever, but it's exactly what it should have been.
because they didn't slam him on the floor. There was a crash pad there.
I guess.
Like,
yeah,
him busting through that wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, that was
made
pretty solid. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest thing that that everybody called out was
I'm not finished with you.
Nakamura and Balor on the pre-show. But I also feel like that's exactly where that wrestling-styled match needed to be.
And it was a great
on an
match.
Extreme
It was
Rules
really good.
pay-per-view. Yeah, I can't. There's not much for me to complain about.
I will agree with Frank on that one there. He thinks Rollins is more entertaining as a heel. I'll agree with that as well. Frank.
You've always been a heel guy, though.
I do, but
especially on the weekends, your calves look great.
Do they? My cankles.
Well,
my cankles look great.
And those heels, Jim.
But here's the thing, like when you're talking kickoff show versus pre-show, because yes, WWE is branding themselves. Surprise, surprise. Kickoff show. They don't want to use the word pre-show, but because
we use the pre-show for the pre-show post-show.
Right, exactly.
Makes sense.
You look at the buy-in from AEW the day before versus the kickoff show for Extreme Rules. Nakamura, Finn Balor, really good match. I mean, it was only $740, but it was still good. And then Gulak
got the job done.
And then Gulak Tony Nese was really good. There were two really good matches, and you look at the rough buy-in.
The rough buy-in.
The rough buy-in. So I'd much rather have quality matches. What's that?
Nothing.
I'd much rather have quality matches on the kickoff show than just bad matches that are pre-show matches. Matt, your kind of assessment on Extreme Rules?
Definitely exceeded my expectations. Wasn't really sure going in that I would like many of the matches, and I can nitpick on certain things. I will say I did enjoy the Braun Strowman Bobby Lashley match, but if I never see a last man standing match again, it would be too soon. Kind of up there in the I quit match to me of just
do you give up?
Okay, all right, we're starting to count to 10 again. Let's go. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoyed the intergender spot. I loved the Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler thing.
Yep. Yeah. Great call out.
I messaged you guys when it happened. Wasn't a fan of the cash-in then, and my only gripe with that is, like, I feel like you have to save the money in the bank for, like, when you need to, like, invigorate the crowd, because the crowd was really into that whole night.
Okay.
That's a good call.
And I feel like they really took the wind out of the sails. Like, the crowd seemed to die when Lesnar won at the end, a little bit. And I feel like you save that spot for, like, when Seth cashed in. Like, shit, this isn't going well. Let's do a cash-in. Change it up. So I just – the only reason I didn't like it there was just kind of felt like they forced their hand way too soon when we have SummerSlam, when everyone would kind of expect that more. And to do it here just was a bit of a waste.
That's a really fair call. I mean, and this is the second year in a row that we saw the Women's Championship cashed in the same night.
Yeah.
This is the second year in a row. So now we are not even at SummerSlam, and both briefcases are gone already.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, these are not things that they hang on to.
Well, and I think
you have a year, right?
And I think
Okay.
this year at least, part of that probably has to do with the changes coming in October with moving SmackDown to Fox and the draft and all of that.
That
Like,
makes
you know,
sense.
I think because it does at least appear that there's going to be two very distinct brands.
Yes.
When Fox and it should be that way. Like, I think that's critical to the success of
Both
SmackDown
brands.
on Fox
Yeah.
and Raw moving forward. But yeah, Matt, you do make a good point. But you know, my only counterpoint to that would kind of just be that I think first off, I don't think you want to go into SummerSlam with another Corbin Rollins match, and then if you get out of this feud, then who is your 3 to 4 week build for a match against Rollins?
Bret Hart.
Thank you. Then, you know, and not that, you know, it's always justifiable to take the easy way out, but I think that is kind of what you're doing here, and not necessarily that is in a bad way, but, you know, moving the title onto Brock Lesnar does give you kind of that easy way out where, you know, Seth kind of got, you know, the short end of the stick with the cash and whatever, and Lesnar's the heel.
Do you know who would be a great fill-in right here?
Who would that?
Am I right, Frank Boris? EC3.
That would be fair. That would be. I mean,
that would be out of nowhere. But
that would be out of nowhere. But you know, it is. You know, it is the WWE.
I know
so
a guy in Delaware that would approve.
100%.
100%.
But again, this show.
One other complaint then was just the lack of defenses we saw of the 24/7 title.
Whoa, Matt! This isn't an AEW show. You can't nitpick this much.
Yeah, one complaint for the show, please.
For a WWE show.
My God, who do you think we're dealing with here? No, I agree. I thought there were. I think on the scorecard, I think I predicted the title changing hands 3 times.
Yes.
And it didn't change at all. You know, I mean, they did kind of play with it in the back, but there wasn't as much on it as I thought there was going to be. Now again, this show went all the way up to 11 o'clock, so I don't think there was a lot of extra time.
Right, I agree.
To move on, and I mean your longest match of the night was the main event, 1955. So there was no matches on this card that went 20 minutes. So it was. You know, they did fit in a lot. I will give him that. And yes, Frank, somewhere in the comments I saw him say, Undertaker looked great. I agree. You know, like, and that was a match, like I said, exceeded expectations. But Undertaker, I think, looked the best that he's looked in a match in multiple years. So kudos to him. Whatever that diet plan he was on to cut weight, whatever.
Diet Right Cola.
Diet Right Cola.
That's what it was.
All right, so obviously, biggest thing from Monday Night Raw. We're not going to go over tons from Raw or SmackDown this week because we actually have a fair amount of news items for this week. And again, if you're following along with us here live, give it a like, give it a share. We'd appreciate it. Get more people in here interacting. We love the interaction we've been getting. Obviously, the biggest thing from Monday Night Raw is Bray Wyatt's return.
What?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
Must have missed that.
Did you?
No,
no, you did not.
Are you kidding me?
And neither did the 2.8 million people who have watched it on YouTube.
Correct.
Counting.
Yeah, it was about a day and a half, and it had 2.5 million views. It's unreal.
It's that was in terms of like the moment itself. I think one of the best executed returns / debuts or re-debuts or whatever that they've done in a very long time.
Jimbo,
maybe ever.
I agree. I totally agree.
And I didn't notice this until the picture that I posted for the promotion of the show tonight. I didn't notice it at first until I saw the picture. The shirt or the top on Bray's attire has praying hands on the chest.
Oh yes, in the black.
Which
his singlet on.
Yeah,
yes, I did see that. Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first. A real cool touch. He still had the hurt and heel gloves. Man, it
Had
was
some contacts in.
It was yeah. It was just so well done.
I loved the audible sound of the lights being clicked off. Like it was like an old style, like a theater.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
even like
you don't get that when the Undertaker's coming out. It just cuts to black.
Even the way that they faded out Balor's music.
Right. That was so good.
Yeah, it just
like I was watching live and I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. Like I almost immediately knew it was happening. Like it has to be. Who else would it be?
Right. Unless literally the power's going down.
It's literally going out. Right.
Which I mean, it was in Uniondale, New York, so it could have very easily been a random power out.
That could be.
I wasn't watching live this week, and
that's why you started late.
Yeah. I hadn't even started watching at that point.
Did you at least watch the Zack Ryder match? He was in his hometown.
Yes.
Did you watch that match?
I did.
Good for you.
Good for him. But I saw people like tweet about it, and I'm like, God damn it! Like I was so mad that I
you were going to sit and watch the show just from behind, fast forward to commercials.
Yeah, like
right.
I've done, and eventually
just
catch up to it. But then I actually just went straight to it,
right?
Because I'm like, now that I know what happened, I have to see it. And man, like I said, just it's so well done. Even commentary,
yes,
I think did a great job on it. Like we can harp on Cole and Renee and Graves. And justifiably so at times, but they sold this moment really well too.
Yeah. The lights, man.
Yeah.
The strobe lights.
Like they have
done.
like the little spots in the corner.
Yes.
It just gives such a
so
different.
Well done. Like the mask was illuminated perfectly when it needed to be.
Yeah.
And
so
dark when it didn't.
Creepy.
So good. I love everything about it.
Yes, but like please, like now that this happened, please don't hurt me again. Like I love Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt in the years since I've been back into wrestling, so since WrestleMania 26, so the better part of the last decade,
right?
Probably my favorite,
really
wrestler. Yeah, it just because it has that old feel to it. Not a lot of wrestlers today, especially in the WWE,
right,
have that feel of like the Undertaker.
You know who's really lost that feeling?
Who's that?
Bret Hart, because he can't feel
God.
the half of his body.
Wow. But no, it just has his character has such a different. It connects on a different way.
I agree,
because it's so much different than anything else that you get.
It sounds
now.
like you have a fiend inside you, Jim. That you just want to.
I think we all do. I feel like I gotta let it out. Thank you.
There's the fiend.
Yeah, you're gonna catch the fiend here in a second.
Yeah, I fucking will too.
But yeah, I mean, I
feel like you legit make like fart jokes on air, and then legitimately actually fart, and everybody's like, he just made a joke, but he's actually fucking solid logs over here.
I have without a doubt farted numerous times on air.
Yeah,
numerous times. A lot of times I do hit my mute button though.
Right. You're like.
I don't rattle one off on like a metal chair.
I legit have.
I know you have.
That was at the old studio.
Yeah, at the old studio, there was one point where everything went quiet. You just heard. It was like
a fucking old boat engine.
Yeah,
started.
it was a live one. But yeah, so just please WWE, please don't hurt me again with Bray Wyatt.
Let him at least win a couple feuds,
please.
He doesn't have to win everything,
right? And somebody, because I said that. I said, like, just because there are some people who are skeptical, and by all means, you probably should be with Bray Wyatt at this point. But they're like, I just don't get it. I'm like, well, it probably would have helped if he would have won some feuds. And I had I had one, maybe two guys jump into the comment on the thread and just be like, it's wrestling, right? Like, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Well,
That's true. That's true.
I've hammered that point home tons of times because I think people do overreact to wins and losses. But there's been almost every single time the old Bray Wyatt, like, called somebody out, popped up in a casket versus The Undertaker, or called out John Cena, or called out John Cena,
like
or
he's
called
lost
out
almost
John
all of his
Cena,
big feuds.
or called out John Cena. Yeah. Like every big feud that he had, he just ended up fucking losing all three matches.
Or Eric Rowan did on his behalf,
Yeah, right. Like, so, and it just became, because when we saw it, like, the guy was delivering fire promos, he's great in the ring, but every time he's firing off that great promo, it's like, okay, who's he referring to that he's going to lose to this time?
Right.
So it lost its thunder. So, like, whether it's Finn Balor or somebody else that you're feuding with first, just please don't hurt me again.
I agree. Welcome back, Bray Wyatt.
Obviously, we can.
What was your favorite misuse of Bray Wyatt?
Man, it has to be with The Rock at WrestleMania. And he didn't even wrestle, right? It was Eric Rowan then.
Yeah, I think Rowan ate the pin, and then he ate like a rock bottom and a FU after.
And then we I'm sure we tried to spin it like, hey, he at least got the rub. The WWE sees something in him, and he will start winning feuds after this.
I tried to spin every single time they shat on Bray Wyatt.
I mean, we were spinning worse than Bill O'Reilly.
I think that for me it goes back to WrestleMania 30 with John Cena.
That's tough.
Because like I think like that set up that just set, whether either Cena at 30 or Undertaker at 31, and I get it, you don't want Undertaker to eat back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
But shit, like
I feel like they jumped. It was the moment to me, really realistically, it was when they jumped the shark with like the whole Randy Orton House of Horrors sort of thing.
Oh, right.
Like, as neat as it was and different as it was clearly just like a rip-off of House Hardy, and it would Impact Wrestling did, and it just, man.
What was yours, Matt? What was your...
Colby says Husky Harris.
I think my favorite, just out of all, was his lone win against Cena was when that kid sang the whole world in his hands song in the cage match, and John's just staring at him like terrified, and then the lights go out and he loses the match.
Yeah.
John's a great actor.
He was, and that was an Oscar-winning performance.
He's
in
in what, the new Fast and the Furious movie? I think he's he's
going to be in the next one.
The next one.
He has another movie they just released a trailer for. Matt, you're the movie guy. Do you know what that is? I think it's a comedy, maybe?
The fireman one?
Yeah, the fireman one. Yeah.
The name, I literally just watched the trailer today. The name of it escapes me.
Okay, I did too.
I'll have to look into that.
He's got the hair.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Jay and Silent Bob?
No.
That just dropped today.
I didn't know they had a new one.
Yeah, it's the reboot.
Trailer for the new Top Gun dropped today too.
Oh, wow.
So we've officially used up like all original ideas now.
They're all gone. I went to the movies this week.
I heard that.
Toy Story 4. I loved it. I cried like a little bitch too.
No shit.
I did, man.
Right.
It was good.
Iron
Man died.
Andy got the cancer.
Iron Man died.
Iron Man died.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good.
It's a shame they don't have wrestling figures in that movie.
It is a shame.
It's a shame.
That
I think
is
it's
a shame.
pretty iconic. Could have put out never mind.
It's called Playing with Fire is the movie. Beetlejuice 2 trailer dropped today as well. Yeah, they really are just... Recycle. What was the line from Basketball? Recycled crap.
The premise for the new Top Gun just is so over the top. I'm reading it now.
I can't wait to see not another teen movie again.
Not yet another teen movie.
Not yet another teen movie.
Would you go to the theater to see and not another teen movie sequel, Ryan?
I probably would. Yeah, I would.
What if they? Because like sometimes
if they re-release not another teen movie in
Penn
the
Cinema,
theater,
like they
you're goddamn right.
They
I'm
show
going.
some because like coming up in I think it's September. It's the 25th anniversary.
One person in the theater.
That's fine.
I'd go with you. I'd go with you.
There you go. We could share popcorn.
No, I would get my own. I wouldn't trust you not to cut a hole in the bottom.
I wouldn't waste popcorn like that.
That's true. But they're showing like the Shawshank Redemption 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go to that.
I'm going to have to wait to the 25th anniversary of not another teen movie. We're probably getting close.
We're probably getting close, yeah.
Damn. I mean, not the 25.
3D re-release of not another teen movie.
Oh, my God. It would be great. It would be great. The not another teen movie musical, I'm surprised that didn't take off on Broadway.
Yeah.
God. Apparently, what's the one with the Halloween movie that everybody goes to see? The
Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, with the time warp in it. What's that movie called?
Rocky Horror.
Have you ever gone to that in the theaters?
No.
Apparently, they have like things that you do to interact.
Oh no!
With the movie.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Like at certain times throughout the movie. Like there's something to do with like toast bread, and everybody throws a piece of toast or something.
Seems like
we'll have to look it up.
Seems like a great waste of bread.
Yeah, I know. You make an omelet when you're done. I don't fucking know.
Croutons. Make croutons.
I love croutons.
So Raw. I mean, I mean,
I think Colby knew where I was going.
The Drake's honeymoon stuff on Raw was really good as well. Obviously, R-Truth was the now 9-time champion.
I lost count.
SmackDown Live.
Credit to Corey Graves with the quick small package joke.
Oh yeah, that just busted Renee up.
Loved it.
Yeah, that was
great.
That was extremely
good stuff.
Very much. SmackDown Live didn't catch much of it. See, we have the Bayley versus Ember Moon at SummerSlam for the women's title. The Iconics, how dare they work as heels?
Man, it's so
was
good.
It they walked out of the match, right?
They
like got themselves counted out.
Wait. We're gonna lose the match, but we'll still keep our championships.
Yeah. Like, and people got mad about it.
Thank God they're heels. You should be mad.
Yeah, it's how it works.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Like, WWE never books faces and heels, and then they book a heel. Like, why the fuck would they do that?
Right, but they were so attractive. Why would you do this? One of them's so attractive, I mean.
Oh, oh man. But
tell me I'm wrong.
You're right. Where do we like? Please tell me that like the payoff to this Shane KO stuff. Like, please tell me that KO is going to get a title run at some point this year. Maybe.
Doubt it.
Or are we just getting Shane versus KO at SummerSlam?
Probably.
As long as KO wins.
Shane's definitely going over on that one too.
Yeah.
Probably. I do love Kevin. Like,
I mean, you have an out-of-shape fat guy and Shane McMahon in a match.
Well, that's true.
What are you know what I mean? The best in the world.
But from what I saw,
I love what they're doing with Kevin though right now. Like face Kevin's fun.
Yes.
Let's enjoy face Kevin.
A lot of
fun. It is
a lot of fun. All right, let's talk about Raw reunion this coming week.
Yeah, they're feeling the pinch.
You're
right. They're scared.
Yeah, they're scared. No money rolling through WWE right now.
Not at all. It's a response to AEW going live in 6 months from now.
During Extreme Rules. Wow, you really are like me tonight. I
know.
this.
It's bullshit.
This is awesome.
I don't know what happened to
I don't
me.
know what happened either, but maybe it's the lack of Tim. You feel like you have to make up for
it's not.
For the shilling. I don't know.
No.
But of course, during Extreme Rules, they announced that the Raw reunion this coming Monday. The full list of names as of 4 p.m. today.
I just pointed at her boobs.
Oh, okay, cool. I looked at him. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sean Waltman, Alundra Blaze, Booker T, Christian, Devon Dudley, Triple H.
Did you say Booker T? I can't do it.
Oh, no. Go ahead, you can try.
No.
Shawn Michaels. I feel like if you tried, it would be racist.
What the fuck would that mean?
Just because no. Just because like I don't think you're a good impressionist of Booker T. So it would almost be like.
So how would it sound racist?
Like it would just be. I think
I would panic and I'd be like, "I'm coming for you."
No.
I would be like, "Wait, whoa."
Like I'm not saying that you would say something racist, but I just feel like you would almost go to like a stereotypical black guy voice. That's what I mean by it.
What is a stereotypical black guy voice, Jim?
I don't know.
Because I feel like Tim's Booker T is right on that fucking line.
No, I think Tim actually pretty much sounds pretty damn close to Booker T. At least in my opinion.
Tim's got the voices. We missed that this week.
We do
and it's
miss
obvious.
that. Shawn Michaels, Eric Bischoff, Gerald Briscoe. If Gerald Briscoe doesn't win the 24/7 title on Monday on a sleeping R-Truth or a sleeping Drake
You've
match,
got a really good point.
Like they missed that opportunity.
Yep,
I'm just throwing that out there right now.
Schoolboy it right back.
Yeah, just and then he accidentally celebrates too loud, and then he just schoolboy and get out of there.
I love it.
Hurricane Helms, Jerry Lawler, Jimmy Hart, Kelly Kelly, Kurt Angle, Lillian Garcia, Mark Henry, Mick Foley, Pat Patterson. See, you have it. You Patterson and Briscoe. You have to. Rikishi, Road Dogg, Ron Simmons, Santino Marella, Sergeant Slaughter, Sid. That one surprised me. Give that man a live mic, please.
Yikes.
Can we do that again? Well, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
Ted DiBiase, the Boogeyman, the Godfather, Melina. That's a surprising one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Congratulations to her. Rikishi, Eve Torres, Alondra Blaze was listed here twice.
How many times can we say Rikishi and Alondra Blaze?
Oh, yeah, they were listed on here twice. I just copied this from...
that's fair. Rikishi's
and
a big fella.
Candice Michelle. That one was just announced earlier today.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay.
So, plenty of people. Now, missing from this, I said, Jerry Lawler. Of course, the Lawler JR commentary team was such a big part of Monday Night Raw. WWE did invite Jim Ross. And this is pretty cool. Like, we can talk about wrestling wars and all of that, but Tony Khan said he told JR, look, I'm totally cool. You want to go do it? I'm fine with it. Obviously, like, here's the thing. It's a big part of his life.
Yeah.
100%.
That's really cool.
But
it's wild, like when professionals can be professionals.
Right. Amazing how that works. But JR did turn it down. But like I said, I did want to point that out. That was really cool. It's interesting timing for this show, though. Not like I'm all on board to see all or at least most of the people that are listed here, but like it's a relatively quick turnaround to SummerSlam.
Yep.
And you're going to spend seemingly a good portion of your program on all of these people and possibly more. Like Colby says, where's Swoggle? I mean, he may be added. Like there's what 3.5 days until Monday Night Raw.
Like everybody's like, where's Swoggle and everything, but like the real question is, where is the Waffle House manager if X-Pac's going to be there? Like, who's manning the Waffle House that night?
He doesn't have a job.
Wait, are you saying that he's the manager of a Waffle House? That's generous.
All right, he's the night supervisor. He calls himself a manager.
He's the janitorial manager. He's the janitorial manager. Which, if you've been to most Waffle Houses, there's no janitors.
There's no janitors. I haven't eaten at a Waffle House in years.
Every time we talk about Waffle House, I do want to go.
You've never been?
No, I've been. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And I know I'm going to be disappointed, and I know I'm going to find ashes like in my eggs, and I'm just be like, it's just pepper.
Right.
It's fine.
Right. Like it's like you're eating breakfast at your crazy aunt's house. Like you just have to convince yourself that.
Colby asked where Bret Hart is, the retirement home.
Oh my God. Wow. So, but it just the timing of this show seemed odd, just with the short turnaround to SummerSlam.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it, absolutely. It is smart you're not doing it in two different arenas.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
That's for damn sure. This time.
That was for 25, right?
That was the Raw 25, yeah.
What did they used to call their old throwback shows? Vintage Raw? Retro Raw?
Old School Raw.
Old School Raw.
Because I was at the first one when it was at Hershey.
Right, and everybody enjoyed that. Oh, it's nostalgic. This is really cool.
Yeah, they had the old set. I will be curious to see if they do anything different with the set this week.
They won't.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard, though. I don't know where it's at this week. Because obviously Hershey to the warehouse in Connecticut, it wasn't far because they did have the old
RAW. There, the Raw logo.
Yeah, they had the old Raw logo, the old Titantron, the scaffolding on next to the staging, that sort of stuff, and they did the block logo. They did the red, white, and blue robes, the blue aprons, the blue posts, all of that. Okay. So I think it was a cool touch. I mean, I think even
the whole gimmick of that though was like a throwback feel.
Yes, it was.
This is not necessarily that.
This isn't that. Right. So I will agree there. It'd be a neat throwback. I still wish, and again, this is it is one of like the dumbest like things for me like that for the pay-per-views. There's Raw and SmackDown Superstars, red, white, and blue ropes.
I agree.
I just want it. The white ropes. I just want red, white, and blue ropes.
I agree.
Again, it's such a dumb.
When was the last time you were at a reunion, James? I hope they do like fun reunion games like the egg toss.
Oh my God,
or
bocce
ball, or like the chicken dance.
That would be fun.
Like, hey guys, we're here at this reunion. Here's the hokey pokey.
Yeah. Or like wow, yeah, that would they do
like the balloon pop thing.
Yeah,
with the chair
that would be fun. Like it's
not a picnic. I
would hope that they would do like remember.
I feel like Rikishi would win the balloon pop.
Remember when DX was like in the. Like the later version when Shawn Michaels was like a born again Christian.
Yeah.
So like when they would do like the goofy like perverted stuff, like Shawn would go off
in
screen.
the corner. Yeah.
I hope they would like because the one I remember most like when they were grilling, and like Michaels like disappeared and like some chick like came out and like her boobs popped out or something. Something I would like to see some sort of something like
boobs
that. Boobs popping out.
I just want Jacqueline back and her top to fall
off. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Raw reunion.
I too am very excited for Raw reunion.
Matt, are you excited for the Raw reunion?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always kind of fun to see the old vets come out and whatever, like the fun storylines that they can think up for them. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I agree. Earlier this week, Finn Balor, it was reported Finn Balor had requested a few months off after SummerSlam to, quote, recharge. Obviously, that led to much speculation about his happiness. Like, anytime anybody is, like, not there for a week, people are like, oh, they're not happy. They're leaving. They're going to quit. They asked for their release, blah, blah, blah.
The club.
Those concerns seem to have been shut down. Wrestling Observer newsletter reported, and other sources have reported as well, that Finn Balor recently got engaged to his longtime girlfriend. So obviously it looks like they're taking time off to possibly get married over the next couple months. So
honest to God, I legit thought Balor was gay.
I honestly did too.
I had no clue.
To be 100% honest.
I had no clue he had a girlfriend. Good on him. Whatever. Either way.
Yeah. Glad he's not leaving WWE.
The club is now for one.
Absolutely. Braun Strowman on his Instagram page yesterday.
He's probably also hasn't had a WWE championship run yet. He's probably on his way out too.
Probably. No.
A big guy to AEW. Like, I can see it happening, Jim.
Oh, yikes. Yesterday on his Instagram page, he says, well, I'm sure more than a few of you will like this announcement. Here's to 4 more years of being the hardest working and best big man in the whole damn industry and working for the greatest promotion in the world, the WWE. So he re-signs for 4 years. So recently we got the Canellises for 5 years.
And they're unhappy.
The Good Brothers for 5 years.
They're unhappy.
Strowman for 4 years. Well, clearly what's happening is WWE is just signing these contracts for them,
right, without
and
them
saying
even
you are working for
right.
us for 4
sense.
more years.
So good shit.
So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The only way I ever see Braun Strowman not in the WWE is if he's not wrestling anymore. Like I
agree. He's going to be a WWE guy.
He feels like a WWE for life kind of guy,
bango.
and I'm here for all of that.
As long as he keeps running.
I'm not finished with you.
I love that has the crowd reaction.
This is an interesting one.
Let's talk about it. I'm excited.
Obviously, WWE moving SmackDown Live to the Fox broadcast network in October, but Fox is also in talks to bring WWE's NXT brand to TV. on FS1, going head-to-head with AEW's weekly TNT show. Obviously, it has not been confirmed. Of course, previously reported as well, FS1 will air a weekly WWE studio show on Tuesdays with Renee Young as the host. Wow, you're like way up in my face.
Just listening. If you guys don't watch the video, the antics sometimes.
Yeah,
the podcast is great. Thank you for listening, but check out the video.
Facebook video. I also posted to YouTube, so we have our YouTube page as well. Frank, your comment is fantastic. I have not seen anything about EC3 renewing his contract.
But you can tell by his mannerisms when he like throws his letters up. He's not happy.
He's very unhappy. I'm really mixed on the idea of NXT moving to FS1.
I agree.
If you do it, I almost feel like you need to do live shows.
I also agree.
Because if you're airing taped shows against live AEW, you're going to lose that war.
AEW
every
will always
week.
win. I totally agree.
Every week. If you're doing live shows and you pull them off as well as your normal weekly show on the network, then my go-to first will be NXT.
Okay.
But also, NXT right now on the network is an hour. Are you moving it to 2 hours?
Right.
Like,
here's the deal. If NXT is taped on FS1, my go-to will be AEW, the live program, because I can watch that taped whenever.
Anytime.
And it also takes one of like those perks away from the WWE network.
Sure.
I also get how it could get more eyes on the WWE network. You like this? Guys, you have to subscribe to get TakeOver. I get it. Like, that sells that part. Because TakeOvers would remain
Fox
network.
is spending like $1 billion for this.
Literally.
For this partnership.
So much money.
It doesn't surprise me that they're at least pushing for this. But I think there's more potential harm to the NXT brand than there is good with this.
If you don't go live, it's going to be tough. I mean, I think here's what happens. You have to make NXT a touring brand then.
Yeah.
Or you could do live, I guess, from...
you could do live from Full Sail.
Yeah.
But, man, your production cost on NXT is going through the roof then because right now you rent that. You have that for 2 back-to-back nights.
Right.
Do your tapings, get out of there.
So, like, what's WWE's ROI? Like, their return on investment for that then, to do that, other than just being competitive with AEW on a night that they don't even tap into right now, other than on the network. Like, the ROI is not great for the WWE.
Because, and again, you're talking about...
And you have the chance to lose.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's going to be viewer versus viewer. AEW is probably going to win that.
Probably. And, I mean, here's the thing. You have 3 hours of Raw on Monday. You have this Tuesday, whatever, in-studio show with Renee Young that I'm going to assume is going to be an hour. So it's 4 hours in your first 2 nights of the week.
Right.
You already want people to watch SmackDown Live on Friday night, 2 hours. So now you're at 6.
Yeah.
Are you really going to add 1 or 2 more live hours of programming? That's potentially 8 hours in a 5-day week.
Right.
Of live programming, assuming it's going to be live, because I think if you're going to do this and you're going to do it taped, you're going to lose, and it's a pointless move.
I agree.
So even if it's just a 1 hour NXT show, which again, if you're doing a live show from Full Sail every week or touring every week, and you're only doing an hour, you're losing a lot of money.
You're losing a ton of money.
You're losing a ton of money, but let's just pretend it's only just 1 hour.
Plus, then your entire audience goes boop and watches the second hour of AEW,
right?
Because they're in the mood to watch pro wrestling,
right? And if you have a match that doesn't hit a home run, people are clicking away. So I think that you're, and then you think about like a week where there is like the big 4 pay-per-views. So you have 7 hours of live programming during the week.
Oh, it's too much already.
2 or 3 hours of NXT TakeOver on Saturday night, and then 5 hours
of pay-per-view.
WWE pay-per-view on Sunday night, and then you turn right back into 3 hours of Raw on Monday.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired thinking about that. And this is me, the WWE guy. Like, I again, Fox is going to probably push this. I think it is a terrible idea. NXT is not broken, and I also think the thing, and we've said it so many times, the thing that makes NXT special and must-see TV is the fact that it is 1 hour a week, and you only have those 5 pay-per-views a year.
Yep.
The people, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right.
The product, the main roster TV product, it's very hard to produce 3 hours of really good TV live every week. It's not even easy to do 2 hours of good TV live every week. That it gets sour just because there's so much.
I mean, we do 2 hours live every week, and it's mediocre at best.
So I'm very much thumbs down on NXT. And again, this is potential. This is not confirmed. Potentially moving to FS1.
There's just not enough of return on investment, in my opinion, to make that step.
Matt, your thought on this whole idea? So I got a little long-winded.
I mean, it's tough because we always say like the more wrestling you can get, the better off you are, but it's to the risk of overkill. I mean, I watched probably 10 hours of wrestling on Sunday, and it was great, but I couldn't do that every week. So it's tough. I mean, hopefully, that it all works out, but I don't see myself tuning into all the episodes, and I fear it's going to be more recaps than me actually watching the shows as it progresses here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'll be honest, this week, it was just like a weird week. Like, Tuesday we went to the movies, Monday was a weird day.
You didn't go to the movies.
No, my wife and I did.
Better.
But so I didn't watch all of Raw this week. It was kind of the fast forward, check out the highlights. Same with SmackDown. I had watched AEW on Saturday. I was watching bits and pieces of Evolve here and there, and I watched from kickoff show from crust to tip for Extreme Rules. So again, like, I almost needed a break a little bit from, must see, watch live wrestling just from this weekend. Like, it's not even an every week thing. So, Colby says if Vince turns reigns over Triple H, Raw and SmackDown would be better. In some ways, yes.
I think in time it would be, yeah.
In some ways, no. Like, and again, and this is a point we've made before. I don't know if Colby or other people watching the video have heard me say it. Like, NXT is really good because it is a shorter program.
Yes.
It is easier to produce really good weekly TV when you have 1 hour and you tape it all at once, because you're thinking about it all at once. It's all right there. You put it in, and you can clean up some things too. Like, if there's a camera shot that doesn't look great, fix it in post.
Right, having the ability to post.
Like, you can make things look better. And then again, your takeovers, you have 5 of them a year. Everybody hits a home run, you get out of there, of there clean. Like, doing 1 hour of weekly recorded TV is a lot easier than doing 5 hours of live TV every week.
Sure.
So
you're right.
Would WWE, the main roster product, be better with Triple H? Maybe, eventually, in time.
Maybe.
But here's the thing. If Vince decides to retire at SummerSlam, okay, and you're going into this new era, with Heyman and Bichoff and moving to Fox and all that, and you do with and Vince is gone, it's going to be a bumpy road to start.
Lots of bumps, folks.
Like, I
better
think
have 4-wheel drive.
And yes, like, Vince McMahon probably out of touch with a handful of things, but we spent how long talking about how great the Firefly Funhouse in this rebuild to Bray Wyatt has been.
Right.
Apparently, that's like mostly between Bray and Vince.
Right.
So I think it's easy to harsh on Vince McMahon for things that he gets wrong. I think people do not give Vince the credit when he gets things right.
I agree with you.
Like, and that's where I'll leave that one. Moving just a couple of more things here. Speaking of Eric Bichoff.
Oh.
He was not backstage at SmackDown this week. He will actually start his new job yesterday. The Wrestling Observer reported that Bichoff had no creative influence this week, but most likely will not be involved in the creative process of the show at all. Bischoff's job will be to interface with all departments along with Fox and will be the leader of the SmackDown brand. SmackDown currently has no leader, as it's just Ryan Ward and others giving ideas to Vince McMahon. In fact, the situation was said to be a, quote, mess this week. Daniel Bryan was scheduled for an announcement, but then made no announcement just a day after being advertised for a Battle Royal, only to get pulled from the match.
That's all very factual.
Yes.
The SmackDown was
the
pretty
career-altering announcement never happened.
No.
So, yeah, and even, like, I love Daniel Bryan, and when they actually have, like, drive and purpose for the new Daniel Bryan, I think it's been brilliant. The backstage interview, like the WWE.com exclusive thing he did on Sunday after they lost the titles, I thought was extremely well done.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
And then I feel like you dropped the ball a little bit on Tuesday.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. I feel like this report, saying that he won't be involved in the creative process of the show, but his job is to interface with all of the departments.
I feel like
for the brand, I think creative is one of those things. So maybe saying you won't be in the process at all means he won't be like the head writer.
Right, that makes sense.
Or the head of creative. Like, I think Paul Heyman on Raw is like, this is my show.
My show, a little more head of creative. Right.
Like, this is what we're going to do. And apparently, like, he wants to do a lot more unscripted backstage interviews, which, like, I think will be really good for the brand as a whole. But I think, that's where the difference lies, is like Bischoff's not head of creative. He is just kind of in charge of the brand.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like I get that. So it'll be interesting to see, obviously, how that all plays out. And then this afternoon, the WWE announced this is from their website. WWE is proud to announce the Smackville special event featuring a triple threat match for the Don't put your head. Okay, that's actually probably fair. Featuring a triple threat match for the WWE Championship, streaming live from Nashville, Tennessee, exclusively on the award-winning WWE Network, Saturday, July 27th. The explosive in reaction will include a triple threat match, WWE title, in which Kofi Kingston will be challenged by Dolph Ziggler and Samoa Joe. In addition, newly crowned Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura will go head-to-head with former title holder Finn Balor in a rematch from Extreme Rules. The evening will also feature a special musical performance by Elias. Don't miss Smackville, streaming live from Music City, USA on Saturday, July 27th at 9 Eastern Time, exclusively on the WWE Network. So I think it's a televised house show. Because I think the event was previously scheduled. I don't think this isn't technically like a pay-per-view. I think it is similar to when they had like the Shield's Last Stand. So you just have a camera crew at a house show. I love the idea. Name kind of silly, but like the Nashville Predators, like they nickname Nashville Smashville. Like that is like one of their like promotional names for Nashville for the hockey team. So it's kind of a play on that.
Oh,
because of the SmackDown. I think it's the SmackDown touring brand that is in Nashville.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
So it's
Smackville. It's a silly name. I will agree that, but it's I see the purpose behind it.
Okay.
It is silly though.
It's the worst.
No, I don't think it's the worst.
This is worse than Great Balls of Fire.
Is it?
It is.
Is it worse than Fastlane?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it is worse. I mean, as much as I hated Fastlane, it made sense. You're on the road. I get it. I fucking get it.
Well, you're in Nashville.
Right.
With SmackDown.
Right.
Smackville.
Right.
Right. I feel like, it's more logical.
You would think this is the worst ever?
This is pretty bad. Smackville's fucking bad.
I think it's hokey. I don't think it's that bad.
AEW prevents Smackville. How's that sound, James? Stupid. It's fucking dumb.
From where?
From I don't give a shit where.
See, if it's from I don't give a shit where, it's dumb.
But that's the neighboring town in Tennessee.
If it's Smackville?
No, I don't give a shitville.
Well, no, but no. No, that's weird because if it's I don't give a shitville, that's an extremely long name and
it's all hyphenated though. It's one word.
Well, no,
it's right between Memphis and Nashville, dude. It's on the map.
I've never seen I don't give a shit.
It's where Elvis was born.
Here's the thing: if AEW has would have had a show in Nashville and called it Smackville first, I would probably. Again, I'm admitting the name's very hokey.
Okay.
I don't think it's that bad because you can at least see the logic behind it.
It's not Great Balls of Fire bad.
Yeah, there's been worse. Roadblock, I think I didn't like Roadblock.
We didn't like Roadblock because of the time it was out there. Because it was a roadblock to the road to WrestleMania. That also made sense.
It made sense, but I thought it was I didn't like it. Again, this is hokey as shit. I'm not gonna defend it as a great.
Hey Vince, we should call it Smackville. Oh, that's great shit.
God, I hate
it's exactly how it would go down.
I'm just saying it makes sense. It is not the worst. You said that it was the worst. I'm gonna call BS on that one.
And you were saying that Great Balls of Fire was worse, like a phrase that everybody knows was worse than Smackville.
But why? But why? And I still don't have a problem with Great Balls of Fire. For the record, I don't have a problem with Stomping Grounds. I don't really have a problem with Fastlane. Again, I don't get too worked up over names of shows, but Lee says Smackville sounds like there'd be a lot of drugs there. That's true. That is also true. There's probably a lot of drugs in Nashville.
I'd believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Seems like quite a busy town.
Yeah.
But again, this is also not a pay-per-view.
Right.
This is just it's a name for the network program. So it's easy to search for on the WWE
You grew up listening
network.
to country music. There is so many. If you wanted to do some sort of country tie-in with Nashville, just label it anything else.
But again,
I get it. Smashville.
It's the SmackDown
right,
brand.
Because everybody watches hockey and knows about the Predators.
Right.
Whatever. It's the greatest name ever. I hope Roman Reigns is on it and we don't have to boo him.
Trust me, it is. It is not the greatest name. It is also not the worst, as you label
Why
it.
is it always just one extreme to the other, Ryan?
Why wouldn't it be?
Right, exactly. Why wouldn't it be?
And here's the honest to God's truth. There is not many things that bother me. In life, there's really not much that actually bothers me. I'm pretty fucking low-key. There's two things that just bug the shit out of me. One is
Nicholas being a tag champ.
What was that?
Nicholas being a tag champ.
That rubbed me the wrong way.
So three things.
That rubbed me the wrong way.
Nicholas being tag champ. Number
the
two.
goddamn color in a group chat. Because on a Facebook group chat you can change the colors. And I just keep it the regular blue color. Why would you change it?
Because I have so many group messages, and there has been times
change all the other ones then. Anyone that Ryan's not involved in.
But the problem is you're involved in 3 of the ones that I use most regularly.
That's correct.
And there are certain things that I will send to some of them that I don't want to send to at least one other one.
I hope your flight gets delayed.
And the third
and apparently the name's Smackville.
Well, and the fourth thing was if my opinion on Roman Reigns getting booed or not.
Well, yeah, it's just a sad case of you being wrong, but that's fine.
I didn't know you could have a wrong opinion, but
You can.
here we are. No.
The people that had the opinion to boo him was wrong.
No, I didn't say they were wrong. I said I don't understand why.
Right.
I never said they were wrong.
Explained why.
Never
And
said
you're like, they were wrong.
No, I never used that. I never said they were wrong.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
So I did just change the color, and it's bothering me, but I'm going to leave it because it's going to bother Ryan more when he sees it.
He's either going to change it back or just leave the group again.
I've done that. You guys changed the group.
Which is bad.
Oh, my God. Why would you do that, Matthew?
Like that is such a violent color.
Like, it doesn't even look right. At least the light blue, it was
Right.
still
At
a
least
shade
when
of blue.
when I finally got Ryan to like come a little bit, it was light blue.
This is like a
versus the regular
knee-jerk
blue. What is it,
reaction
orange?
that I might have to leave that group chat over.
All right, that's gonna do it. Let's Matt, who is the woman of the week this week, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Woman of the week this week is Jasmine Vittora, wrestler down in Australia. So give her a follow. She's got some good content up. Also, special shout out, thanks again to Jess from Jess Watches
Yes,
Wrestling
absolutely.
for doing the Extreme Rules pre-show. She did beat me. Not like that's hard. I don't think I've gotten triple digits in a PW scorecard since we started doing it.
Ryan kicked ass on his.
I had like 166 or
Yeah,
something.
you
I
were
had a really good
you were
card.
above 50%.
Wow. Yeah, I think I got 92. So anyway, 3-count T-shirt going out to England for her. So she said she will put that up on her website and everything. So again, thanks to her. You can follow me on Twitter at 3CT, the letter A. Philly is in Philadelphia, number 8, 3CT affiliate. I am being that obnoxious parent right now, posting pics of the kid all the time.
Adorable.
So, bear with me here. First month or so, it'll probably taper off after that.
It's all right. Hey, we just so I remember we do have a guest next week, right?
Yes, we do have a guest. Brittany Nicole, ring announcer commentary down in Nolens. She's going to be joining us on the show, and she's also going to be joining us for our SummerSlam prediction show as well. So
Very nice.
New Orleans is
Project
beautiful
with
this time of
Brittany
year.
coming up. Yeah, so I hear.
Yeah, we'll talk to her about that. Hey, Matt, we'll talk to you next week. Give our best to Lauren and the baby and the doggos and everybody over there, and we'll talk to you next week.
Will do. Have a good night, guys.
All right, see you, Matt.
Bye, Machu.
Ryan, where can the good people follow you?
Wherever I'm walking.
Fair. Do you tweet?
Sometimes.
Where can people see what you? Okay, Ryan's doing the old walk off there. He can find him at RYN Eagle. You can find me at Big Jim Sports. I swear to God, if you hit me in the face with that fucking paper airplane, get ready for it, folks. Don't leave the video early. Make sure you check out all of the 3-count stuff online. Is 3countthursday.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, patreon.com/3countthursday. We have our What a Maneuver merchandise store and much, much more. We're also part of the NGSC Sports Radio Network, and our show is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. If you're decorating your home, you want it to reflect your tastes and likes, so why not add decor that reflects your TV, sports, and movie fandom. They have your pillows of all sizes, stools, and more with your favorite teams and characters. Log on to NGSCSports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage and place your order. Also, Cool Eye Cover. There's sunglasses. It's summer. It is hot as hell, and we all need sunglasses. Cool Eye Cover has a great deal as an NGSC Sports partner. If you email ESGmarketingsolutions@gmail.com, they'll give you a 50% discount on your first pair of glasses. Visit cooleyecover.com and choose your glasses to receive the discount. Remember, you have to email ESGmarketingsolutions@gmail.com to get the coupon. We thank Cool Eye Cover and Alicia's Pillows and Things. That's an NGSC Sports sponsor. Until next week, folks, get us on social media. Stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.